A lot to talk about this week. Next week, all kinds of DLC are coming out for Naruto Shinobi Striker, Naruto Storm Connections, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, My Hero Ultra Rumble, all that stuff we'll talk about, all the DLC coming up next week. But this week, I feel like there was a Dragon Ball Sparking Zero takeover with the amount of stuff they have revealed. Let's take a look at all the new stuff in today's Around the Bush. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Around the Bush. Today is March 22nd, 2024, and at the end of the last show, just as we were about to wrap things up, these scans dropped, revealing 11 new characters for Sparking Zero, including Kakunsa, the wild take that I don't think anyone saw coming. Well, we don't have to look at scans no more, because we can look at the trailer itself. The trailer came out revealing those 11 characters, placing them in that roster screen, and completely ruining our prediction. That's just in the gutter, because the placement of those characters is so random. But here he is, Super Trunks, and the theme of the trailer is power versus speed. Apparently, speed characters can utilize movement a lot more often by spending less ki. Power characters will spend more ki for their movement options and therefore can't do it so much, but they deal more damage and they also have more health. That's one of the ways they're balancing things. A little detail that you might have missed on this trailer is this right here. So Trunks does Super Explosion. This. I can't wait to see this facial reaction on every character. Like, this is the character getting hit by the super. So think about what that means for a roster of 164 characters. Can you imagine Jiren making this face? Can't wait to see it, man.
Like a 40
to
an hour long video.
Yeah, you can make a long video just with faces. Yeah, no way Jiren will do that. But what if he does, though? That would be funny. Kakunsa is here. We'll see that we have actual gameplay with the HUD and everything. Let's talk about this moment for a bit. So you guys will see what I'm talking about regarding you spending more ki or less ki for movement options and that kind of stuff. But until then, let's watch the rest of the trailer and what we can learn. Roshi is a big one, because Roshi, unlike previous Tenkaichi games, he does not have the jetpack. You know, something that a Hercule might also be missing this time. And it is confirmed that Roshi cannot fly. Because if you see here, first of all, this block is really, really good. He might be blocking up, or he might just be doing a normal block animation. But she is probably coming in with like a dash attack that is like directional. So there might be a directional block here, and she has so much recovery. On the other hand, it could be a super move, like a rush super, and Roshi just blocks, meaning that rush supers don't no longer guard break, like in Tenkaichi 3, and he has such a big window to punish. He goes light attack into strong, and boom, teleport, and during these small frames, you see, as soon as he knocks her down, he's gonna start falling. So that's a slow float down that characters have if they are not able to fly, and Roshi is confirmed not able to fly because of this moment right here. That means we have no idea how he's gonna move around, because he has no jetpack. Is he just going to reverse Kamehameha everywhere? With the addition of a new mechanic, which is the short dash, which you can kind of just spam. It looks a little bit like Kakarot, if you've ever played that. Like, you can kind of just spam short dashes here and there. That's going to look very weird, because he's just going to like be moving his arms really fast, doing reverse Kamehamehas all over the place. But here he is. Roshi with a big Kamehameha. Max power Roshi. Base Roshi not confirmed yet. This is a beautiful stage. Nappa, obviously also confirmed. Butter with a skibidi toilet head. Sorry, I had to mention it. This move, though, from Nappa. I know we're in the Burter stage. Like, oh, Burter is a character. But then Nappa just goes and does this. Bro, look at the range. Look at the area that hits. That is insane. That's such a big super. But then he comes in. Big combo, and that is like very reminiscent of his combos in Tenkaichi 3, so I like that a lot. This game has a mix of mechanics from Tenkaichi 3 and Raging Blast, and we can talk about it in more detail later. But I'm currently working on a breakdown video that will be out hopefully this weekend, maybe Monday. Then I will go into like more detail and actually break down everything. And I've had the help of Tenkaichi 3 pro player, Grandmaster Hawk, who's been assisting me and like learning all this stuff. So yeah, should be a good one. Should be a good video. Look forward to that. This map is great. The destruction of the map is also fantastic. This here, I don't know if this is video editing or if this is an actual moment in the game, like a cutscene. It looks too perfect to be video editing. Like, do these two characters have an introduction that lines them up perfectly like this? I don't know. It does look like maybe it is a part of an in-game animation. What makes me think that is mainly what comes next. So these guys get rid of the fast characters, and it's all about power now. Let's charge up this right here. This animation right here might be a part of like a custom intro for the two, or it might be a part of like a what-if story situation. We don't know anything about the single player for this game, but this makes me think it's not video editing, it's a part of an in-game cutscene. Imagine like them both powering up during an intro or whatever, side by side, and cutting straight into this. Like, it's a perfect intro. It really is a great cinematic. Chat thinks it's definitely video edited. I don't know. And then we have Hit, the final character reveal for this trailer. Who will win? Power or speed? I don't think it matters. The best player will win. But they look hella clean, and that's a great trailer right here. However, I don't think this is what took the world by storm. First of all, this placement sucks so much. Bertha and Jais on the top left, where we thought it was going to be original Dragon Ball. Kale is nowhere near the Tournament of Power section. But what triggers me the most isn't it like Hit next to the Saiyan Saga? No, what triggers me the most is, why are the Pride Troopers separated? Topo over here, so far away from Jiren, and Dispo over there. Like, at least make it make sense. You know, I could see Hit being here because they're going to fill this line with Universe 6 characters. You know? Could make sense that way. But, yeah, it seems completely random. The one thing they're doing is keeping transformations together. So transformations here, the new Trunks is next to Super Saiyan Trunks, meaning base Trunks will probably be over there. And I think fusions might still go between characters, because once again, the space between this Vegeta and this Goku is kind of suspicious. Same for this Vegeta and this Goku, kind of suspicious, because these are the two that actually fused. If you go to this Goku and Vegeta, there's no space between them. This Goku and this Vegeta, there's no space between them. So it's fusions might be in between those characters, and transformations definitely together. But the spacing for the rest seems to be kind of random. Like Roshi up here, I did not expect. Roshi was supposed to be around here, around Krillin and Yamcha and those guys. Some folks speculated that, oh, maybe they're doing like speed characters on one side and power characters on the other. But as soon as you see Broly on one side and Kel on the other, you immediately go, oh no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work at all. So yeah, random, which is unfortunate, but maybe that was something they did to prevent us from like making the roster too obvious. And that does keep us guessing a little bit more, and kind of removes the cap for some of the predictions we did, because now we don't have limited space for any saga at all. Like, they can add as many characters as they want per saga, because the placement kind of doesn't matter, as long as you keep transformations together and maybe fusions too, which, like, as far as fusions go, you're missing Gotenks, Kefla, and Zamasu. I think those are the three fusions that are still missing. Obviously, Vegeta and Gogeta, Vegito and Gogeta should go here. But like Kefla has enough space here. Gotenks I could see like taking up this space. Zamasu and Goku Black actually don't need as much space as the others. So yeah, they definitely have enough space to do all that stuff. And then just place everyone else kind of random. I could see it. But I think the main focus of the presentation was on the uncut gameplay section that they did. So we've got kind of almost a full match between these two. And impressions are very, very good. Very, very good. Good intro, you know, the Broly hops. So this is Dragon Ball Super Goku versus Dragon Ball Super Vegeta. And they explain some of the new mechanics and others they don't, so I'll just explain as we go. First of all, this is the new short dash. You're going to see Goku and Vegeta short dashing all around. Goku's just going to jump and then short dash, short dash, short dash, short dash, right? That costs ki. And it's a new move where you just like hit a button and dash. It's kind of similar to Kakarot. And if you notice the key spend is not too much, it almost regenerates back almost immediately just with normal movement. And I think that's what speed characters will do. Original, thanks for the 25. I think that's what speed characters will do, and power characters will struggle to do because they will spend a lot more ki to do these short movements. But this makes movement complexity good, in my opinion. I think a lot of Tenkaichi combat and skill ceiling is on the movement, and I think this gives us the movement complexity that we wanted. Ki Cannon from Goku, like that's something that you've seen in Tenkaichi for sure. He does charge it pretty goddamn fast, so he's just gonna go 1, 2, boom. Like that's a very fast charge. It becomes armored and everything, so like this might be a lot easier to land this time around. Follow up gets vanished, vanish on vanish action. This vanish was free, by the way. Just find the moment again. Ki Cannon, free vanish from Vegeta. Free vanish from Goku. So yeah, defensive vanishes seem to still be completely free. Offensive vanishes, if you're punching, if you're canceling a punching animation, you're still spending ki. Knock him down, beautiful ki charge animation. Really, really good. And let's take this moment to talk about the HUD. Now, HUD kind of looks a little Jump Force-ish to me, which I'm not the biggest fan. I think portraits could definitely be smaller. This number doesn't need to be as big, but the rest is kind of clean and it's fine. Number of health bars on the left. Health bar, love the color, actually. And the key is very clear to see like how many bars you have. It's like the bar shines when it's full, doesn't shine when it's half full, so it's very clear to see how much meter you have at a glance. And then you have skill counts. They're calling this skill counts. If you're coming from Tenkaichi, this used to be called blast stocks, but it's the same thing. Blast stocks are now skill counts. That's what they're calling it. We might have to change the lingo, okay? They just fill up over time. So this bar fills up. Once it's full, Goku is going to get a second one. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing you can do that they've shown so far that makes it charge faster. There is something you can do to make it charge slower. Why would you want to charge slower? You don't. But when Goku does a Kamehameha, so like during supers, it stops charging at all. So it's charging, charging, charging. Oh, it doesn't do the Kamehameha there. It's in this combo then. Boom, boom, boom. Charging, charging. During the Kamehameha, it just stops. So like Vegeta, that hasn't done a super yet, he's now ahead in the skill counts. All right, we charge up, and we're gonna look at that little number later. I know we talked about the HUD for a little bit, and we'll talk about this number later. Because that number, we don't have a confirmation on what it is right now. But I think I figured out at least part of its use. All right, it's time to introduce the other mechanic that is from Tenkaichi. I mean, everyone that's played it is familiar with it. Once you are full ki, you can keep charging to go into max power. And if you go all the way into max power, this will spend one of your skill counts. So same as Tenkaichi 3 so far. Nothing changed there. There is one thing that is different though. So his combo changes. His rush is like super hyped now. And he goes into his ultimate. Full combo. Boom. Final flash. And here's the new thing. Man has full ki. The ki wasn't spent. It's like the bar for the max power is a different ki bar than the one you had. So after Goku mentions the lock-on mechanic, it's unconfirmed. People on Twitter have said, oh, the lock-on is back because he got hit by the final flash and he lost lock-on. He didn't. Or you can't really see it. The reason why people say that he lost the lock-on is because of the noise. So it could be that this is just the sound is just like the music transition. It does like snap the camera there, but there are a lot of moments where the camera kind of freaks out in this demo, and it's like footage under development. So it's hard to say whether you actually lose the lock-on or not. It does look like it's a hint towards it. I'd say it's unconfirmed. Yeah. If the sound was the music transition, go to any other music transition and see if the sound is there. It's easy. It's not, because the one other music transition we have is at the end of the battle. So it's a different situation that might not apply. We only have 2 transitions. But yes, maybe it is. Maybe it's the lock-on. Maybe this is the lock-on sound. Maybe. But the fight keeps going. You spent 1 blast stock, or sorry, 1 skill count to go max power. Landed the super. Still has ki. He spent some ki doing some super dashing around. And now Goku's going to transform. So it's time to talk about the other little number. The number next to the skill count that is now gone. Where did it go? Vegeta still has his. His is gone. What the hell? Okay. So this is also a number that raises over time. Every time you get a new skill bar, it goes up. But not only when that happens, also at the start of battle, you get 1 before you even get a skill count. And what I think this is, based on this footage, is a transformation stock. So I think if you have 1, you're going up 1 form. This is Dragon Ball Super Goku, who has the following transformations. We know this from previous trailers. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue. So with 3 stocks, he's going to go all 3, right? So if he had 1 stock, he could go Super Saiyan. If he had 2 stocks, he could go Super Saiyan God. Since he has 3 stocks, he can go straight into Super Saiyan Blue and spends the 3 stocks right here. That also costs him 2 skill counts, by the way. I don't know if you can choose to go Super Saiyan or not. I don't know the inputs, right? Maybe the input he did was like press the transformation button 3 times really fast, and that's how you choose. But maybe you can't choose. Maybe it's just, oh, you have the stocks, so that's where you're going to go. So that cost him 2 skill counts, and it cost him all of the transformation stocks, which, by the way, max out at 3. They have been stuck at 3 for a really long time, and Vegeta's not going to go above 3 either, even though we're going to keep the fight going here. And you'll notice that Goku has spent all of his, and he gets 1 back, and now Goku does not go above 1. What does that mean? Huh? I have a theory. But I'll let chat say what that is. Kaioken Blue? No, Kaioken Blue is confirmed to be a skill, I think. UI. Fuck yes, UI. I think that's what it is. I think their UI is also part of this character's kit, and that's why Goku peaks at 1. You cannot go straight from base to UI, because the max stocks is 3, but after you transform, you might go into UI. Maybe you can go Super Saiyan and then grab 3 stocks and go straight to UI. This is speculation, obviously. Because right now, the only use of this count is the transformations. They don't use that number for anything else. But it could be the case that those things have other uses. What I can tell you right now is that the stock caps at 1 when Goku is in Super Saiyan Blue. Yeah, and that's the thing. If it's you Ultra Instinct, then you can forget about Ultra Instinct Sign. It's just not a character. If Goku goes Ultra Instinct here, Ultra Instinct Sign is not in the game. Not at launch, at least. I think it would be Master. I think if they're going to put an Ultra Instinct, they need Ultra Instinct in the game at launch. That has to happen at this point. I don't think they need to have Beast Gohan. I think that's like still recent enough that they can get away with DLC. But Ultra Instinct is not recent to make DLC, man. Like, that has to be... Unless they make a completely separate Goku. It's not Instinct. It's for powering back down to base. The 1 stock. You spend stocks to go down. Hot takes. Hot takes, Biscuit. Jiren's gonna be there. Yeah, exactly. How are you gonna tell the story mode? How are you gonna do that? Now Vegeta, Gallic Gun, and here's a new mechanic. They call this Super Perception, and I hope that's not the localization. It's just how they translated the producer talking, because Super Perception sucks. Now notice how early Goku goes into the pose. Boom. So you don't have to time this at all. He goes into the pose, and then you look at his skill count. He's got 4. As soon as that makes contact, boom, he's got 2. So that spends skill count, does not spend transformation stocks. Skill count 2 to do a super deflect. What's the point of this? I wonder. It depends on what you can do after this. Because the way I see it, Vegeta is super far away, and as soon as I see this animation, I can either just press side and X to dodge the Gallic Gun, or I can spend 2 skill counts. Why would I spend 2 skill counts? I do have a theory that beams track super well in this game, because you see some of the beams actually curving in previous shots. So maybe dodging is not that easy. Reflect looks cooler, I agree, but it also kind of depends on like what do you get from this? What do you get from this? What can you do after this, right? Vegeta here goes straight into transformation. Maybe there's stuff that you can do after the deflect, but Vegeta said, "Oh shit, I'm gonna die," and transformed right away to deny that, right? So maybe yeah, you could maybe get a bigger punishment out of that. We'll see. Now Vegeta, just like Goku, spends the 3 stocks and 2 skill counts to transform here, going straight into blue. Clothes react to the battle. The battle damage I actually think is a bit too quick. They could make it slower. And Vegeta also gets 1 stock. So blue evolved might be a thing. But just like Goku, it's going to cap at 1. So like they do not go above this, which supports my theory that you have a maximum of 5 forms per character. To go back, power back down. It could be Biscuits. I'm not saying it couldn't, but it could be. All right, Z counters. They're back. Oh, also this. Before Z counters. I forget the name they gave this. Let me quickly pull this up. Revenge counter, I think that's what they called it. Impact action, I cannot figure out what this is. It's just fisticuffs and energy blasts. Like, okay, so we're talking about beam clashes and melee clashes? What? Anyway. Ultimate blast is like the final thing. That's the short boost. Chad is backing me up on revenge counter. So there he goes. Revenge counter confirmed. Revenge counter is a combo breaker. Tenkaichi did not have a combo breaker, but this one does. I do like that it's quite expensive. It costs 2 skill counts. So anytime you have 2 bars there and you just want to stop the combo, boom. There you go. I hope this seems pretty slow. So maybe you can react to this. You have enough ki, and you can cancel melee attacks with vanishes. So maybe you can react to this and punish it. I don't know. So that would maybe like force players to use it at specific times. Like, for instance, Vegeta goes for a stronger combo with a strong attack or whatever. And like, okay, you use it here because he can't cancel that longest attack. But if they are a W impact frame, yeah, it's good. But if he's doing light attacks and you're just mashing that, I hope you can punish it. Because you do get skill counts pretty quick. So if you can like react and like dodge out of the way and get back in, yeah, that would be cool. Would quick dash cancel be a thing? I don't know the controls. So I can't tell you. Maybe the short dash and the vanish are the same button. At least in my head, that's what it is. In my head, they're the exact same button. But we'll see. I think it might deflect just to... Oh, for not taking chip. But I'm saying dodge. Right? I'm not saying block the attack. I'm saying dodge the attack. So you don't take chip anyway. This also looks like Vegeta's attack animation slowed down, so it might give you a bit of slowdown time. I hope it doesn't. So here's the thing. You want Revenge Counter to work. You don't want it to be useless. You want it to be a combo break that actually works. But because it's relatively cheap, I hope there is ways to like anticipate it and punish it. Though this being Spike Chunsoft, they are very big on safe combo breaks. And mechanics that are, well, for lack of a better word, bullshit. Z counters are back, straight out of Tenkaichi 3. Boom. So this used to be a 1-frame window where you hit up and attack, and you Z counter a guy, and this is completely free. This is purely a timing thing. We haven't seen this done from the back. Tenkaichi 3 lets you do it from back attacks. In this case, it was an attack from the front. So Vegeta was about to attack him from the front. Boom. And then we go into Z counter, into a Z counter sequence. Z counter, Z counter, Z counter, Z counter, Z counter, Z counter. I'm sad he got hit. I actually just wanted one more. Just one more. Because here's the thing. Z counters are a 2-frame window? Okay. Maybe it's 1 frame in competitive because they play at 120% speed. Boom. How much meter does this cost? Half a bar. Okay, so I actually wanted 2 more Z counters. Half a bar for a Z counter is kind of cheap. Not gonna lie. Should be more. Because this can go forever. Now, in Tenkaichi 3, Goku would win this exchange. Because in Tenkaichi 3, the person that has the last meter wins the Z counter exchange. Basically, once they run out of meter, they just vanish behind the target and they don't attack. Which means the target cannot Z counter you anymore, and they're just going to get hit by a combo from the back. So if Goku did it twice more, would he get Vegeta's back? Would it work like Tenkaichi 3? Or is it different in Sparking 0? We'll see how it is. Yeah, that's how it works. And now it's time for Goku. Spends another skill count to go into max power. And this is the exchange that will finish the round. I guess I missed the mechanic here. So, Goku here goes straight into Kamehameha from that distance, raw. What I would do here is not go for a beam clash. I would just fucking dodge and punish his ass. Vegeta goes into Final Flash. I don't know if that's his ultimate, but he was not in max power. We'll talk about the beam clash in a second, because I did miss a system. Right here. So once you are at the mid distance, there's something new called Vanish Assault, where you just vanish and assault. What the fuck? Look, it doesn't cost almost anything. It's such a cheap ability. And you just gotta get yourself in this range where it's like, kind of melee, kind of key blast. Boop! It's a bar. It's 1 bar and you're behind the target. What do you mean? Alright, that sounds strong. That sounds very strong. But let's go into the Beam Clash. Beam Clash, very smart way of doing Beam Clashes. They basically went back to the Budokai times where you had to fill a bar and press a button. So, press the button, press the button, press the button, press the button, press the button. You get like 5 button presses. And the more you fill up the bar, the more you win. I wish there was a way to see how much the opponent was filling up the bar. Like, I wish I could see how much did I win by or how much did I lose by compared to the opponent. Also, it looks like if you look closely at the bottom there, there's a boost button with R2. So you can boost supers with R2. You spend more ki, but it deals more damage. And apparently you can also boost here. I don't know if it would also use ki, because Goku has no ki left, because he just did an ultimate. Vegeta has some, but it might use skill counts instead. We'll see. And I think it unlocks those little squares. So maybe you can just like use 1, 2, 3 skills and you can fill up more of the bar. It doesn't guarantee you win, but it guarantees that there's more bar for you to press. There's a better... yeah, the gamble is trying to get max bar, risks a whole button press, because if you're late, the bar restarts. It doesn't go like up and down, or at least it didn't in Tenkaichi 3. It doesn't go up, down. It goes up and restarts, right? So if you're a frame off max power, you're going to get the minimum amount. That's the gamble. And with boost, I guess you just spend resources to win the clash. Here, if I was Goku, I might save my resources, but if I was Vegeta, this super is going to kill me. So I would boost 100%. Goku wins. We don't see how well Vegeta did. That's something I hope that changes. I hope there's something in the HUD that shows us how well Vegeta did here. How well is your opponent doing? Maybe even during the charge up, so we know, oh, I should risk it or I should play it safe. And yeah, just like, oh, what happens if they tie? If they tie, it probably just like explodes in the middle and you return to neutral. But that was the gameplay that took the world by storm, and I think very, very positive reactions. It's the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero takeover, and it absolutely took over the anime gaming space conversation and topics since Wednesday, and I think we're still kind of recovering from that, and I don't think we will, because they gave us actual gameplay with the HUD and everything, and that shows they're confident and it's good. What a paused frame, by the way. And yeah. Ouch.
His dick, man.
He punched through his dick.
The dick. He doesn't have one.
If they put local multiplayer,
options.
if they put local multiplayer, that might be a local multiplayer thing. But if there is no local multiplayer, then damn. No, there's no local multiplayer. I think they've confirmed it. They've more than confirmed there is no local multiplayer. So, I mean, you can cope, the hopium, I won't deny you the hopium of saying there's more multiplayer, but to me, you're joining the roster of people that go, that say stuff like, oh, wait, I don't think 164 characters is the full count. They're going to reveal a second page. Okay, yeah, hopium. After DLC, yeah, maybe, but like, biggest roster in Dragon Ball history, I don't think second page is happening, dude. But yeah, it's a very far shot, is what I'm trying to say. That's Sparking Zero, but we're not done with Dragon Ball, baby, because we got more Dragon Ball news. Small news, granted. Budokai. Kakarot put out a trailer for the DLC that came out a while ago, that we have beat, speedran, clear the hardest challenges, and now they put out another trailer for the two Saiyans. So not anything is learned from this trailer, but something is learned from the tweet that followed. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. We have more plans for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Please wait for further information. I believe that is Season 3 confirmed. Not quite, but maybe, kinda. And exciting. I think we all knew Season 3 was coming at some point. And a lot of leaks seem to suggest that. Let's say we get 3 more arcs. Let's say we get 3 more DLC packs. Let's hear it in chat. What is the one pack you guys want? And I will pick 3 from chat to make a banger DLC pack right now.
I want the movies.
Well, no, you don't get the movie. You pick a movie. You just
I just want the movie. Give me the Broly movie.
Yeah, give me the BoJack movie.
Give me the Broly movie.
What Broly? Super or Z?
Z Broly.
Okay.
Because it's going more to the classic ones.
You get 1. Okay, what do you get, Andrew?
I get Broly.
What do I get? Oh fuck, I don't. I'm so unprepared for this.
It's fine. Chat has got superhero beach episode. Janemba, Goku Black.
Give me the fucking the beginning of GT with traveling the world.
GT Dragon Ball Space Saga is interesting.
Yep, Space Saga.
That's interesting. Bardock Special is already DLC, man. Come on, keep up. Super Saiyan Hercule, funny.
Cooler.
Cooler is, I think, an honest suggestion that comes from chat for sure.
Everyone wants Cooler's cool.
The GT is not a DLC pack, by the way. You got to pick a side. Even this one, the Space Saga, is huge.
Yeah.
So that's not
why
happening.
I'm going big with that prediction.
Yeah, Super 17 is a prediction. I think Omega Shenron is a prediction. And,
yeah, the Omega Shenron.
But I think the biggest prediction is Baby. GT Baby. If they do GT, it's Baby. I don't think it's the others.
Yeah.
could be Omega Shenron. I think the order of their priority is this. All right, GT Baby, GT Omega Shenron, Super 17, but Super 17 has no shot. Tapion is Hopium, but sure. Turles? Okay, that's not happening. Yeah, Super Broly, I think also a very good pick. Android 20, big movie fan. I want to peel off. All right. Tournament Power would be cool.
What I is GT Space Saga is the only really big one here.
What I would like to see is like Super, movie, and maybe something else, right? So like just to give it some variety, like they did in season 2, they went movie Bardock, right? They went OG Dragon Ball with World Tournament, the 23rd World Tournament, and they went Z with the end of Z. I would like them to break into Super, which they haven't yet, but they kind of been teasing it, and I think the best way to do it is Goku Black. Like you get Vegito out of there. What the hell just happened? You get Vegito out of this, which is cool. I would like them to... Sure, you can do a movie. Which one? I'll give you Broly Z. Why not? It sounds fun. Even though I don't know if they're going to go beyond canon, you know? That's something... I wonder. You don't think Battle of the Gods? They kind of did Battle of the Gods. They did it dirty, but they kind of did Battle of the Gods.
Yeah, they did like the mix between Battle of the Gods and Resurrection F.
No. It's two separate DLCs, but they didn't do a story DLC like they did with the other arcs.
Oh, no, of course.
They just made Beerus Planet and made you fight Beerus and Whis for water, and then you drink the water and you level up. That's it. I have a complaint about Sparking Zero Vegeta. I was wondering why his aura is white instead of dark blue, and his Ki Blasts are yellow instead of dark blue. What, in Super Saiyan Blue? You gotta ask them. I don't know.
I'm surprised that's a big complaint.
What? Yeah, W water. That's they introduced level up water with that DLC. I don't know. I also want to see GT. So there. That's my banger season pass.
Black Broly Z GT.
Will never happen.
Goku Black could be an open world, I guess, but like.
I mean, they have made West City Destroyed for the Trunks future thing. Like there's a lot of assets they can reuse there and spend more time with like fusion mechanics and like cool boss fights.
Travel around a GT world.
Yeah.
GT world. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to make a new world for GT.
That's fair.
I guess if you're doing the Baby Saga, you have to go to his planet. That's true.
Also that, yeah.
Yeah. But that's Dragon Ball. Finally, breaking news. Dragon Ball theme park is happening apparently. 2030. So a few years from now.
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. These are some concepts. It's not real yet, but it is Saudi Arabia, so this scale is way off. Like, there's no shots. Like, look at the people. There's no shots. But should be hype if they, like, accomplish half of this. Capsule Core, Beerus Planet, all that stuff is, like, sort of confirmed. Kame House, like, stuff that they want to do. Red Ribbon Towers, I don't know how they're going to do that. Yeah, World Tournament Arena, for sure. Some details. 500,000 square meter size. Feature Kame House, Capsule Core, and Beerus Planet. 5 state-of-the-art rides as part of a lineup of 30-plus attractions. 2030, Saudi Arabia, Kidia City. Look forward to that. Senzu bean shops. Sure, they'll find a way. Just feed you beans. Seems to have a lot of water. Hazardous. Anyway, speaking of water and green spaces and whatnot, Sandland has released a trailer going beyond the Sandland, going into Forestland. So, Sandland manga is kind of short. And the story just covers like a desert arc. And I always wondered, how are they going to make a full game out of this? They're not. So they're going beyond the Sandland and like expanding the lore there. And going into something they call Forestland. where it has like new characters. Those characters are not in the manga. This character's not in the manga. This character's not in the manga. None of them are. There's no Forest Land in the manga, but I do believe that this expansion is part of something bigger. It's not just for the game. I think that the show that has already started on Disney Plus, by the way, like Sandland, you can watch it right now on Disney Plus. That show will go into Forest Land too, and I don't know about the movie because I haven't watched it. But the movie could very well just be Sandland. I believe it. But the show, I think, will go into Forest Land, and so does the game, and that's how they're gonna expand the game. That just means like, yeah, this game is almost like split in two. You start with Sandland, follow the manga, follow those events, and then like here's a bigger open world with like more variety of environments and whatnot, and like a whole other storyline with another villain and whatnot. So yeah, so right in the mess size, but okay. Sure. Kind of like the Naruto game finished before the series. Not really, because I think Sandland is done. They're just like publishing the episodes one at a time, and this doesn't come out until the end of April. So maybe the anime gets there before we get the game. I don't think so. We don't have that many episodes until 26th of April, but we might get to Forest Lands, and then the game comes out and you finish it in like a day. And sure, you finished the game. The game's ending before the show. Was that Dabura in the game? So Beelzebub is the name of the main character. Beelzebub's father is Satan, who has a very similar design to Dabura, yes. Similar, almost the same. Notice his head, though.
About me.
Fuck, okay. Satan Sandland. He's got horns. Dabura doesn't have horns. So yeah, very, very similar though. Speaking of demos. Oh, no, I didn't speak of demos. There's a demo out for Sandland right now. I did the segue before I did the news piece. It's crazy. There's a demo for Sandland right now. You can play it on PlayStation, Steam, and Xbox. So if you want to try the game out for yourself, you can do it. Go ahead and just download, play. It's got no story, so no worries about spoilers. It's very open. There's a lot of stuff to explore. I made a video on it on the channel. Feel free to watch it too, because there's, again, no spoilers there. But yeah, there's a lot to explore, a lot to do, and get a feel for the game. Speaking of demos, there's another demo coming out next week, March 28th. Inazuma 11 Victory Road is going to have a demo as well. Is the demo only on Switch? I don't know, but there's a demo coming next week, next Thursday, which is also when all the DLC in the world for every anime game is coming. Apparently, we have ads going, so we're gonna take a short break, take some questions from chat while the ads are playing, so people don't miss out on any news. But yes, we'll talk about all that DLC coming up after the ads run. I need a drink. I'm kind of rosy today. Look at that. Getting warm. Demo Switch only. Thanks for confirming that. We're going to go into Naruto DLC. We're going to go into My Hero DLC. We're going to go into One Piece DLC. We're going to go into a new game coming out. And then mobile stuff. How's the baby doing? Fantastic. Okay, look at Discord skis.
Man, I want Net Impact news already.
Me too. Me too. Y'all have to live with this now.
God damn it.
Thanks, Oliver. Thanks, Oliver. I love it. I love it. What do you think the next Sparking Zero versus trailer focus might be? Oh, it's so random, dude. It's so hard to know. It's so hard to know. But let's move on. March 28th, Thursday, is also the release date for like all the DLC in the world. Thanks, Bandai, for just overlapping all the DLC. Is this a me problem? Maybe this is a me problem because I just cover everything. Maybe it's not actually a player problem because there's no overlap there and people don't care. But it's so annoying, man. Ishiki has been announced as the next DLC coming out to Naruto Storm Connections. That's DLC Pack 2. And he's coming on March 28th. Now, if you remember, in the last DLC on Hagoromo, they announced that a balance patch was coming out later. So I believe that balance patch could be coming out this Wednesday too, which like it usually releases before the character does. And there's also the new game mode coming out, the Ninja Battle. We did a little poll last week, if you guys remember. What jutsu would you use to finish your opponent? Would it be the Chidori or the Rasengan? And I think depending on the team you choose, then you go into like Ninja Battle and you have to do some objectives during the battle itself. Yeah, that's also coming out in this patch. We have a few screenshots here of Ishiki. Men like extends hand. Beautiful screenshot actually. Donk donk donk. Lots of elements too. Kind of similar to Hagoromo. So yeah, we'll see what the character's all about once he's out next week. Also, March 28th, Sasori is coming out for Shinobi Striker. He is the Puppeteer range type, and he's not coming alone. He is the only character. He's got some jutsu that we'll look at the translation soon, but the jutsu do use his puppets. I don't know if he always has the puppets out and like has a puppeteer style, if that's a new thing. That's his ultimate, but if you look at his ultimate closely and just look beyond his ultimate, you'll notice the statues of the Final Valley. That means, folks, we are getting a new stage as well, along with the Sasori updates. So that's huge. That's really big. And shoutouts to Fleaboy Jetson for posting the translations here for the scan. Ninjutsu 1, 1,000 Hands Manipulation Force. Literally his tilt from Storm. Freely control the puppet's movement and use additional inputs to attack with a barrage of hands. Another additional input applies poison to the target. The attack gives a status effect of reducing effectiveness of healing on target. So it makes it harder to heal, applies poison, and all that stuff. I do believe it's this one right here. So, yeah. 1, extend the hands. 2, poisons the opponent. Next, Ninjutsu 2, Iron Sand Unleash Ultimate from Storm. Scatter large chunks of iron sand. Additional inputs extends the spikes out of the chunks. Both attacks will deal poison damage and reduced healing effects. So we're starting to see a trend here with Sasori. A lot of poison, a lot of healing denying. And as you can see, it's a projectile, pretty much, of Iron Sand that you then press the button again and it expands. It looks huge. For ninjutsu, it looks gigantic. And of course, then we have his ultimate. Performance of 100 puppets. Summon and control 100 puppets at will and have them charge at the enemy in succession, dealing poison damage and reduce healing. I wonder if this is an automatic thing, kind of like the clone, the mist clone that just chases opponents down. Like just summon 100 puppets and they are just going nuts around the stage. You also get the costume for Sasori Young version, hairstyle for Sasori, which is weird because we already have it in the game. So I wonder how different that is. Third Kazekage puppet as a weapon. A puppet as a weapon? Puppeteer playstyle confirmed. We'll see. Honorary title of the Red Sand. So this is cool. Potentially like the most unique DLC we have seen in Shinobi Striker so far. Very much looking forward to next week and checking him out. Next up, My Hero Wants Justice. Also next week. I believe this one is on the 27th, so at least it's a different day. The Season 4 is going to start, so if you haven't done your Season 3 license, I'm talking about me. I haven't done my Season 3 license yet. God damn it. I need to sit down and grind that shit out. But if you haven't done that, you have until Wednesday to do it. And because then Season 4 starts, and just like last season, Season 3, this one's going to start with an Echo character. And the new Echo character is going to be Shigaraki here. Here's a couple of screen caps of his abilities, and also new outfits are coming to the store. The Aizawa is injured. Poor guy. The poor guy is injured. We do have descriptions of the abilities on ultrarumble.com, where we have further details like Shigaraki is a strike character, but he's going to be an assault character with his Echo moveset. I still haven't pulled Strike Echo. I hate the system. Yeah. And rental tickets, man. Rental tickets still not fixed. I might drop Ultra Rumble. Like it's super demotivating. It's too gacha heavy now. I don't like it. Quirk skill Alpha Earthbreak. Area damage attack that decays the ground in a fan shape. So instead of the straight line, he's now going to have a fan shape. Probably reduced range too. Just main Toga. Yeah, true. Reduced range as well. But here it is. It doesn't look to go as far as his other alpha goes. More of a shotgun, less of a sniper, you know? Beta, grudge shot. I should not scroll down because that's a spoiler. It's a leak. Beta, grudge shot. Throw debris to cause decay on impact. Any enemies hit by the attack are affected by decay and take damage for a set time. Decay spreads to other enemies close by. It's like a grenade that spreads decay. And that sounds super cool. Here is the debris. You throw the debris, it's going to spread in a circle like that. And then, like, this is an even bigger level of that circle. It's pretty big. Imagine his current beta, where it just puts decay on the ground, but you can throw that circle. That sounds cool. And then it spreads to other enemies nearby. Finally, Gamma, perform a dash attack in the aim direction. Hold to decay the ground at the end of the attack. Any enemies hit by the attack are affected by the decay. So here is the dash. You dash and then dive into the ground, and it's another huge circle. So this only happens if you hold the button, I think. But regardless, it is a dash movement in the direction of the camera. Maybe it even allows him to fly upwards. We'll see. The one weakness that I'm noticing already is that he is very dependent on having ground. Once again, kind of like the base Shigaraki. Because he needs the ground to spread the decay effect, which means in some portions of the map he's not going to be as useful.
Slightly elevated.
Yeah, slightly elevated platforms. I think the decay still spreads there, but
I've done like a lip, like that might as well have been the curb, and that's and it hasn't hit me in his base one. Like
yeah, it's a bit wonky for sure. Are there closed test servers for influencers? No, there isn't.
Ah, that's a reference to Kanka, I think.
Yeah, so that is Shigaraki coming out next week to Ultra Rumble. Those are his quirks, and we'll know more once I actually play the character, if I can play the character, because Echo characters, I gotta pull them in the gacha. I don't think I can even use tickets to play them. Frenzy Flood, hi Globku, thanks for the 32 months, my guy. Moving on to the final piece of DLC. Whew! Also next week, One Piece Pirate Warriors. Yes, the Fire DLC pack with Roger, Rayleigh, and Garp is coming out next week. Same day as Storm Connections and Shinobi Striker. It's March 28th. They didn't even bother revealing Garp and Rayleigh. They just put gameplay. It's like, okay, everyone figured out from the last trailer that it was these characters. Cool. All right, Rayleigh honestly looks to me to be a speed character with the way his moveset looks. If you don't know, like, speed characters usually... Oh, that's cool. A little vacuum effect at the end. Speed characters, they spend less stamina to dash and whatnot, but their combos usually are like light into one heavy attack with no other follow-ups. That's what it looks like to me. And I think Garp just makes sense as a power character. It's gotta be. I think from the gameplay we got of... Yeah, he's definitely a power character. From the gameplay we got of the... Gold Roger, I think Roger is also a power character, so he might get power, and speed. Which is fine. I think, like, Sky types are lame as hell in this game. I get the idea, but they deal no fucking damage, so... I end up like feeling like I just wasted a bunch of resources leveling up every Sky character ever. Technical characters sometimes are cool, sometimes they're not. They're kind of hit and miss. So power characters and speed characters are kind of like the safe bet. Power characters more so than speed characters in my opinion. So cool. This gives you 2 power characters, and again, I think this is just a fire DLC pack. Imagine buying a DLC, one DLC, and it gets you Roger, Rayleigh, and Garp. Oh, God, what a dream. What a dream. Let's move on. DLC is coming out next week, but there's also a new game coming out next week, and it is the mobile game for Haikyuu, which finally has some gameplay. It took a while. Comes out in Japan and Korea, March 28th, and if you haven't seen this game played, here's how it goes. Twitter. All right, Twitter.
That's the gameplay.
Yeah, that's the gameplay. All right. Ready for the serve? You select the area. Move it to the right. Press that button. Perfect. Nice. Cut into anime. Cut into game. Bad reception. Point. Beautiful. Oh, we got normal. We didn't get perfect here. Fuck. It went out. All right, here's a perfect reception. Which one's gonna block? Him? Okay, he's gonna block. Cool. Or oh, good block. And now we activate a new skill. It's a lot of like, I like the rhythm of the game, but it's just, you know, a lot of tapping. So even the movement is like automatic. But yeah, I wouldn't expect anything else out of a mobile game. Cutscene, bad block, and oh, ball goes out. Haikyuu. March 28th, Japan and Korea version. It's coming out. Speaking of, I don't know, mobile. I don't know. It's just not. It's not mobile though. That's the thing. It's more of a. What should I call this? It's more of a.
And the game award goes to Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact. That's what it is. That's what it's. Zenless Zone Zero. MiHoYo Games, man. ZZZ doing another alpha test or beta test or whatever. Signups are available right now. We've had 2 of them, I think, so far. So if you want a chance to play, you can sign up right now. Don't ask later if there's time to sign up, because it's now. Just do it now. If you want to play, just do it now. Speaking of still on Hoyo stuff, let's give the mic to Ashura for the. I was gonna say Andrup too, but Andrup left. Let's give the mic to Ashura for the Honkai 2.1 trailer. What's going on here?
I can tell you what to expect.
Yeah. What's going on here?
Shockingly, this is the game's first year anniversary.
Oh!
That's gonna.
Already?
Damn! It's been a year since this game came out. So this patch currently we're on the.
Why are they putting Raiden Shogun in this game?
if you've ever seen MiHoYo with Honkai, they will put their characters in fucking anything. So, but we'll kind of get into that in a bit. So 2.1 is gonna carry on with the story that they've been putting with Penacony in 2.0, and shit's like really hit the fan. With that, you know, characters are going, you know, everyone's lying, you know, the whole kind of theme of it is, although it's like pretty, and you know, everyone's in a dream, it's about deception. You don't know who's telling the truth at all. And they've all got their own gains.
Weird how a gambling-based character is coming out during a deception-based DLC. Weird.
Yeah, I mean, guy gets what he wants. He likes to gamble. So speaking of him, we will be getting him and Acheron, who is the Raiden
Shogun lookalike. Okay.
Yeah. They're doing a lot for her.
Oh.
And I mean a lot. Like, if you are a Honkai 3rd enjoyer, there are so many references to that in her character trailer, just herself. It's ridiculous if you're into that. If you're not into it, then you have no fucking clue what's going on with her.
Yeah, and it's just a cool character.
Yeah, she's very strong. Like, her technique can insta-kill weak enemies, so you don't have to fight them at all.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Bro's about to kill everyone with gambling chips. Yeah, he's gonna kill everyone with bad gacha odds, man. That's what he's gonna do.
Yeah, he's a shielder, and he can throw chips down once he gets enough stacks. But again, since this is the anniversary event, we get anniversary stuff. Free balls. We get a new mini game, which is like the Monopoly thing that you just seen. We're getting stuff with that. They're adding a bartender mini game, which you've ever heard of Valhalla. It's a bit like that.
Okay.
You make drinks and you can interact with the NPCs, similar to that. And more after, they've added a lot of quality of life stuff they're going to be adding with the expeditions. You get to clear them out. Even some during later patches where they're going to make Simulated Universe easier to do, clearing everything. They did address what's been going on with leaks.
Oh?
Which, why, yes, there's a lot happening and there's not so much they can do with that. They're obviously, you know, it's sad that, you know, all that work is going into dev time and it's just getting thrown out like that, especially with, like, story leaks.
Right.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Well, there's not much.
So that's how they addressed it? They just went, it sucks.
Well, that's sort of like a TLDR of it, but...
Okay. Tweets about the leaks. It sucks.
Well, it does.
Yeah, no, it's facts. Honestly, nah, I agree. Cool.
Well,
all right. So it seems like this game's still going strong.
Yeah,
and,
you'll be seeing this patch next week.
next week
Wednesday.
too. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
just
next
doing
Wednesday.
everything. Cool.
Yeah.
End of fiscal. Yeah, we got to put out everything by the end of fiscal.
Yep.
It is what it is. Not next week though. Is Fatal Fury.
Yeah, you ain't
Fatal
seeing this
Fury.
game till next year.
Call of the Wolves. Is that
City
the
of the Wolves?
City of the
City
Wolves?
of the Wolves.
New fighting game.
Yeah.
New Fatal Fury fighting game. We haven't had one of these in
Yeah.
a very long time. SNK reviving this fighting game series.
Yeah, I
And
think
putting out
26 years, if I remember correctly. But they announced that this was happening, I think, a few years ago during Evo, and we didn't get too much updates on it, saying, "Oh, we're still doing stuff," and then they gave us a little bit of artwork. But now we finally get gameplay of it, and it looks great.
Yeah, I
Like,
think it looks great.
Yeah, they're definitely taking the opportunity from using the engine for KOF 15, while also adding like its own flair, and it looks pretty, dude.
Yeah. No, unlike
Like-
KOF, I think this looks pretty. I don't think KOF looks pretty, but I can see the similarities. Like, I can see them using that engine for sure. They have a characters trailer where they show you 6 characters, I believe, and a little bit more
Yes.
gameplay. And I believe Justin Wong also got to play the game and talk about it a little bit, so we know how the game plays. Long story short, there's a rev system, which is like a bar you have at the bottom. They didn't show it here. That thing gives you cancels on cancels on like you can cancel specials, dude. It's so much freedom. Let's just put it like that. It's a game that's gonna go nuts. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I can't talk about KOF too much, but I feel like KOF is a bit more restricted and a bit more restrained. This one is just like, oh, you want to do that? Sure. Do you have rev for this? Sure. Then go for it.
Yeah, like as far as I've seen it, like KOF's been like a lot more neutral heavy.
It's getting
while still
crazier.
keeping
Like
it fast.
they're
Yeah.
adding that new mechanic, or they've added that new mechanic. That's
Yeah,
like,
they
okay.
go a bit. They did. Yeah, they went a bit crazy with KOF 15 with giving more freedom in what you could do with like actually having EX moves again, and then you can still have max mode and still doing all that, but still keeping it neutral based.
Right.
Yeah, this one just seems just go ape shit, go wild, with all the cancels. But it's gonna be a while before you see this game come out, but hopefully they keep us updated with more gameplay stuff and what they're planning to do with the game.
Yeah, this grappler looks so cool, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he looks awesome. We're gonna close today's Around the Bush with a new character for Guilty Gear Strive.
Yeah, more stuff
Abba.
I can talk about.
Yeah. Abba comes
I
out
love this guy.
next week, probably. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, I think it's 28th. She comes-
Great.
20
Great.
I think
It's usually
26th,
Tuesdays.
28th.
It's usually Tuesdays.
Yeah,
It's usually 26.
Yeah, it's 26th, 28th. It's one of them.
So they
but
gave her a less depressive vibe than what she had before, and she's more of a yandere now. I kind of like it. I like her
Yeah.
design a lot. 26,
everyone
she's
was a
out.
little
Thanks for
bit,
confirming that.
Yeah, people are a little bit thinking about the green hair. I'm fine with it because I'm biased to the color.
You know, all my custom characters
But
have green hair.
I love that they still kept like the overall design of what she had originally, but still touched it up to still feel like it's Strive.
Yeah. No, she keeps her gimmick. We have the starter guide here, where we can go through her moves for sure. But basically, she has an extra bar, and I will say, long story short, I think they did a really good job of keeping the character simple for a character that has to manage an extra resource. Like, usually characters that manage an extra resource are very technical. Looking at her moveset, she doesn't feel that way. Of course, you still have to manage the bar, but she doesn't feel that way. So basically, there are moves that will fill up the bar, and you will notice the key goes from normal to like black, and that's Jealous Rage, basically. Her gimmick before was like she was an okay character, and then while she has Jealous Rage, she becomes the best character in the game. And they kept the gimmick
basically.
here. Like, yeah, she's very strong with Jealous Rage and kind of not so strong without it. So let's look at the moves and like walk you through why I think this character is not crazy. So first of all, bonding and dissolving. That's a strike. That's not a throw. But
it's not a command grab anymore.
yeah, so you and like it fills up the bar a ton and activates Jealous Rage, and you can combo into it, and on block it is plus. So like if you just want to autopilot, like you kind of can do it. On whiff, yeah, it's got a huge whiff animation. Like if you're doing a block string, you don't want to hit confirm, like you can do that because that's just that's plus on block, so you keep up your pressure. This one is just activating the Jealous Rage, but like you can activate it and deactivate it at will. This is a movement technique. This is how she moves. It's almost like a fake, if you want to put it like in a block string. Also low profiles, a lot of hits, so you can use it to get in. It's also mixed though. Like I shouldn't have skipped. She literally does it here. Fake, grab, done. And then the movement when she is in Jealous Rage, it's a lot bigger. This one is all kinds of profiles. She has a low profile with the other one. She has the high profile with this one. Whee! And she gets a combo on Jealous Rage. Book. Easy. This one is a forward movement, just like a slap, I think. Not a big deal. It is safe on block. A lot of her stuff is safe. Bigger range when she is in Jealous Rage. And she has a follow-up. This one, Frenzy Astonishment, is crazy. So this is like a parry. This absorbs all kinds of hits, including supers. The one thing it doesn't counter is grabs. It fills up your Jealous Rage bar. And the reason why I think this is so good is because of the motion. It's a quarter circle back motion. Usually reversals and stuff, they have unsafe inputs. But here, you can just buffer this. If you're not sure if you're going to counter something or not, just do quarter circle back and then react with a slash to the attack. I think this is going to be used a lot because it's a fast motion to pull off and it's a safe motion to pull off. Look at that.
I don't know if we still know if she can actually parry projectiles with that.
Right, we don't know projectiles, true.
The way they kept wording it, they're saying attacks and attacks and attacks, and
right.
They only showed that you can throw it.
Right. Now, this is the problem move. Okay, first of all, I will say,
the same.
I will say,
some things just stay the same.
It is only available during Jealous Rage, so she does not have this all the time. But this is a DP that leads into combo if the opponent is airborne.
This move can endure attacks from the opponent.
It can endure attacks, so like DP straight up, invulnerable. Don't care, boom. And if the opponent blocks it, it is plus on block.
Meaning you can extend your pressure.
Some things stay the same.
DP that is plus on block. Why are we breaking rules, man?
The law is key.
She only has it during the install. That's the thing.
Yeah, for anyone who ever played Plus R, that DP Danzai was fucking stupid as well. Especially the dry version where you spent meter. It was one of, if not the best move in the game. It was so stupid. So seeing it have some of its fallen back is kind of sweet.
Right.
I'm all for it.
I think you can grab it. What do you mean grab it? Through the hitbox while she's punching you? Yeah. So yeah, that's her super. It only goes into cinematic if you're in Jealous Rage. Only deals the full damage if you're in Jealous Rage.
Consider when to use this move carefully, as it ends Jealous Rage mode.
Yeah, and it ends Jealous Rage. Like it spends the whole bar.
Summons a projectile from the ground.
And this is a projectile super.
Use this
Seems to have a little bit of delay.
from long range.
So
It summons additional projectiles.
as a punish, yeah, I mean to a gun flame, there's a special move that has a ton of recovery, but like other than that, I don't know. Maybe. It doesn't look like oh, Baiken, you know? Like, oh, shoot the gun, counter anything. But yeah, here's the game plan. Kind of like Abba's normals and movement are kind of very mid. She's going to struggle to approach a lot. So yeah, you just definitely focus on building up. I love that this is like an ABBA starting guide, and she's just getting bullied by this Faust. She's just like, I can't get in. Bro, what the... I'm struggling here. But then you know what? Oh, bomb? Free this. Boom. Now, does that mean projectiles get parried? Because I'm not sure if it was a projectile.
She might...
Or if she did
let's see.
scalpel. No, she did projectile. Yeah. It's before the scalpel.
Yeah.
Yeah, scalpel didn't reach her. So yeah, projectiles too, I guess.
To avoid high-hitting moves, or
Yeah, you definitely have to use the low profile and the high profile. Like kind of read your opponent like that. But yeah, after you activate that thing, man, you're just so oppressive. It's crazy.
changing and swaying. Or
She did lose a few things though from the old game. She lost a projectile that she had. That was pretty good to help her get in when she needed to. She lost most of her wreckers. She used to have like this really strong wrecker to sort of like keep her in pressure, especially when she was in her install. And speaking of install, she had another install in the old game. Altercation, but I think we just called it. It was Goku mode.
Goku mode.
And she just went, yeah, she went absolutely ape shit. That was like your win condition at that point.
Yeah, but that's ABBA coming out next Tuesday. Also, there's a patch that might add this move to Milia. Which,
that's in the current build with ABBA.
Yeah.
Move for Milia.
Everyone freaked out. It's like, what? Why are we giving Milia more mix? It's a mid, so like we don't have to freak out as much, but I still think like it does like fake cross-up stuff, right? Like that.
Yeah, it just gives her more options to mix you up as if she needs it, you know.
Yeah.
Just like Leo. Leo needed mix.
And routes too. Look at that.
Yeah.
Boom. Nice. So yeah, she's getting that. Is Leo what's Leo getting?
Oh no, it was just a joke when during like one of the balance patches where they said, "Oh, Leo struggles with mix. Like he doesn't have any mix when he had arguably more than bloody Milia when the game came out. So we give him more."
And yeah, this all happened during the Arc World Tour, where Apology Man made it through.
Apology Man qualifies for losers finals. Very nicely played, and
Yeah,
really nicely.
Good on him, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Man's super cracked. You see him disappear into the void, and he goes like, "Oh, I'm working on Project L now," and then like suddenly, what the fuck? This
I'm
Faust,
actually been labbing my Faust.
Faust is actually destroying everyone. Hang on, what the hell? What's going on? And that's the news, boys. Thanks for watching. If you're on the YouTube, we're gonna move on to some Q&A over here on the Twitch. But if you're in the YouTube, appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and leave me a like, and I'll see you guys next week for more Around the Bush. Bye.